Okay, hello everybody. Big thank you to Alex and being patient with me and letting me do this online, and big thank you to Anne for that as well. Really appreciate it. Just I'm not really sure exactly what Alex has said in introduction, by way of introduction, but kind of the way that this is going to work is Alex has the power that my wife probably has always wished for, and that is that she can put me on pause with a click of a button at any time. In fact, anybody can, whoever's running the computer, if she's not. And so, I'll present the first portion of the presentation, and then Alex will present the second portion, and the presentation section of this topic that we're talking about, which is a relational view of medication management, should really only take about 15 minutes. So we're going to breeze through things pretty quickly, and then hopefully get to some real more practice or application type activity at the end. So here's our objectives. The first is to identify common classes of medications used to manage symptoms of mental and physical illness, most commonly reported by psychotherapy clients. And the reason that we're not going to try and delve into, looking into specific types of medication is, for one, there's just too many. And for two, without us really having a foundational course on this, we're probably at different levels, and we'll probably end up learning a lot of stuff around this topic just through clinical experience. And so if we can just know the categories of different types of medications, then you can essentially start filing your experience into those categories and learning the interactions and kind of some common things that might pop up. The second two objectives here I think are just incredibly important, and Alex will cover most of this. And while I don't have a pause button, I might start yelling on my phone if I have something to say, but probably not. So they are to describe systemic factors that influence compliance with prescription medications, and to apply circular questioning and an understanding of systems theory to include family members in medication management. I think this is so cool. And I really wish we had this in our program. I don't know how much physicians are trained in this, or nurses either, but I think that systems theory has a lot to offer here. So let's have a quiz. Now, you can, if you want, just select A, B, C, or D, but I think what would be a little bit more meaningful is if, after I read this question, if you would kind of just rank these in a hierarchy, like which of these options do you align with most, and then maybe the next most, and so forth. So the question is according to Springer and Harris, which of the following best describes marriage and family therapists' perceptions of psychotropic medication and therapy? First one is A, I didn't receive enough training in my graduate program about psychopharmacology. B, if Haley and Jackson didn't think medication was appropriate, I don't think so either. Option C, I'm not really sure when to refer a client for a medication evaluation. And option D, I don't know if I trust these medications to really work. So I'm going to wait, pretend there's Jeopardy music right now. I don't know how long to wait. So Alex, if they need more time, please push pause. If they don't, I'm moving forward. So the answer is all the above. And I would just like to, get a little bit of dialogue here as to how y'all answered them. So Alex, I know I'm overworking you here, but please again push pause and get some feedback from folks if for some reason I'm not able to be here online. So I am pushing pause now. Okay, I am back. We've gotten some feedback from everybody on that. Some interesting facts to think about is that in this study, About 35%, 36% of all the participants specifically stated that they would suggest medication, a medication referral as an quote unquote action or intervention, to help the client who's experiencing a major depressive episode. I don't know if that's high or low, honestly. The way that it's stated is that it's only 35%, but I don't really know how many of those patients or clients actually really would have needed medication. So I don't know. I think this research is more of just kind of helping us like see our perceptions. I think it depends on the population that you work with, really, if that's high or low. So, but just something to think about. And then only 17%, about 17%, of the clinical members surveyed reported taking a dedicated university class in psychopharmacology as part of their graduate training. And I think that is very low. So again, Alex, go ahead and pause if you want to talk about that. If not, I'm going to move on. But I want to bring this up just so that you have it in mind that, like we don't really include medication as part of our theory of therapy, for example, because we don't prescribe. But we interact with people who are using medication so often, whether or not it's part of our graduate program or not, it seems like it would be something to be pretty aware of as medication is becoming more and more popular, whether you like it or not. So this slide is kind of just moving on. It's just to give you an overview, or I guess a global idea as far as how much that medication is actually being prescribed. So, and that's really all that this is intended to do. But you'll notice that on the what is that, the y-axis, that is the number of prescriptions in millions, and these are just the 10 most prescribed drugs. So huge amount of drug prescriptions that are going on. So if you're working as a MFT, you are absolutely going to come in contact with it a lot. And if you're not, you're still going to come in contact with it quite a bit. Let's go to the 10 best selling. These are the 10 best selling prescriptions. So these are 10 that you probably want to become familiar with. They are Lipitor, Nexium, Plavix. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these right. Advair, Abilify, Seroquel, Singular, Crestor, Actos, and Epogen. Now I don't know what all these are, but I know Seroquel is used quite a bit for folks who racing thoughts, bipolar. So that's something you might be familiar with. Lipitor. Now here's some common types of medications for physical illness. These are the types. I think this is probably more applicable for people who are working in MedFT. Classes of psychotropic medications. Now these are ones that you're going to run into quite a bit. Stimulants, antidepressants, antipsychotics, mood stabilizers, and anti-anxiety agents. Each of these have different side effects, and a lot of times they'll be used at the same time. So, in other words, a client will have multiple medications. Like I said, we don't really have time to go over all of these, but I found some awesome resources that I want to share with you so that you could share them with your clients. And I'll put this at the bottom of the YouTube video so that the URLs are actually there, and you can just go and click on them and share them. But this is a great link, and I hope this pops up. I haven't really tried this while we're recording. Okay, this is a great link. It's from National Institute of Mental Health, and it's an entire book that's free. And I think what's just to kind of give you an idea, it tells you what types of medications are used for schizophrenia, to treat depression, bipolar, anxiety, ADHD. And then it also talks about which groups have special needs when taking psychiatric medications, which I think is super helpful. And also some questions that you can give to your clients to be able to help them in questions to ask their doctors, as well as just a full-on list of alphabetical list of medications. So super helpful. It's free, good price. So hopefully that helps. And then the second one is right here from this good old state of Texas where we're at, which is really a condensed version maybe of that. And what it does is it goes through examples of each of these types of medications, and it gives you, well, I'll just show you. So I think the first one's stimulant, so ADHD. And as you can see, it gives examples of the most common medications used in this, I don't know if it's called a class or if it's just in this type of medication, and then the common side effects and adverse reactions. So super helpful to clients as well as to us as clinicians. And then it gives us a little summary of other ADHD type treatments. So I hope those are helpful. I certainly think they are. You're probably getting sick of me talking. If you have any questions, this would be a good time to maybe stop and kind of follow up on those. Alex, if not, let's go ahead and keep moving forward, and I'll hand it over to Alex. Thanks.